All right. How y'all doing? This is South Coast Kane with my official partner in crime.
We're missing one. We're missing the other person.
He'll be here shortly. All right, so I'm gonna cut to the chase, y'all. I told y'all in the comments. This is gonna hurt some feelings. All right, I'm telling you right now. Don't come in here with this nonsense about, well, Miami won. Don't come in here with that. All right. Everything that we have been talking about on this show has, and other shows, there are a few shows that have said the same thing. From the bottom of the map, Utah. You know, it's showing itself. Nothing has changed. You know. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with this. I think our defense in 97 and 98 was better than this group.
Shit. Was okay. Manny's defense better?
Yeah. This reminds me of D'Onofrio's defense. I can tell you right now, the cornerbacks coach, Mr. Chevis Jackson, he got to go. Mr. Derek Nicholson.
But he's cool with Gendry. They used to coach with each other in Marshall. And they beat Notre Dame.
That may be. But Derek Nicholson, linebackers coach, he got to go.
He's going to Florida State. Don't worry about it.
He got to go.
He's going to Florida State.
Well, he better do something because he ain't doing shit here. Kiko, Mr. Malagoa, both of y'all. Kiko, you need to sit on the bench, buddy. Number 61, the other Malagoa, you need to sit on the bench, buddy. Mirabal, you got to go. Mirabal got to go. This offensive line, nothing has improved. They had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. Thank God the left side of the line was able to provide some type of blocking.
Number 78. I keep saying it. Number 78 is different. I have no idea why they benched him and they put Bell back in, but every time they ran, they was behind number 78.
Oh. But yeah, the offensive line, unless it was the left side, yes, Jay Active, how you doing? With Rivers, yeah, left side was great. Malagoa, 61, I think, Cuban, you called him a turnstile. Because, I mean, it's like, wee, getting turned around. And this Louisville defense, I'm going to get you. Just let me get through this part, and I'm going to bring
number
up
73, 61 and 73.
Yes. I mean, Inez. Yes. And on defense, secondary, Mr. Hill, I think you need to give your spot to somebody else.
Needs to go back to high school.
Okay. That was honestly, Cuban. We said it in the preseason
FAMU game. We said in the FAMU game that what the hell is number 19 doing on the field?
Exactly.
But what you were saying in the offseason, we said, who is playing in this defense? You and I couldn't say the people on this team.
Studio says he's going to be a little bit late, but that's okay. But this defense, it's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, this is week 7, technically week 8, game 7, week 8. And look where we're at as a team defensively. Offense, 52 points. Well, they had 45 points.
45.
But still, this offense, the lowest points that the offense scored was what? 30, 38, 39?
Something like that, yep.
You know, as I know, offense has their issues at times with the line and stuff, but still, they're putting numbers on the board. They're scoring the ball. I don't know. I mean, Martinez, I will give Martinez props on
before you leave the defense, right? Do you remember during the offseason, everybody's like, I'm happy that LT, Cam, and James Williams are gone. Our defense is going to get better now. I guess not. Those guys were overrated recruits. They were bust. They were Manny recruits.
Right. They're trash.
They're trash. If we had last year's defense with this offense, we probably could win the national championship.
Oh, easy. Easy. Very easy. So talking about this defense. All right,
Jay Active says he didn't want James at all. See?
There you go. All right, so let's see here. Jackson State. Florida State knows about Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State put up 14 points on this Louisville. Or excuse me, they gave up 49 points. Georgia Tech only gave up 31. Notre Dame only gave up 24. SMU gave up 27. Virginia gave up 24. So let that sink in for a little bit. Your number 6, Miami Hurricanes, gave up 45 points to this Louisville team. Mr. Overdose, New King God, how y'all doing? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it.
We kind of told Jordan. We told everybody. This is my thing. I know we told everybody, and we were called haters in the summer. It's like, hey, we can't name the starting defense. We don't know this team.
No.
And everybody was saying you were on that stupid ass show. Oh, we have a lot of depth all over the field. Depth, we have this is the best depth we've had. We're recruiting the greatest ever.
Right.
We suck at. I've been trying to mute myself. I'm sorry, Marvin's not a great recruiter. I know you guys are gonna get me on this one, but he's not a great recruiter. We lack on DBs, but people are going to blame it on a die, right? But it's like, I thought Mario recruited everything, right? This is year 3. We still have no fucking defense. No cornerbacks, no safeties. Why? If number 19, 7, and 0 are on the field, 0 is a fucking walk-on at, I'm sorry for cussing. 0 is a walk-on at Washington. And everybody's like, oh, he played for the national championship team. I don't give a damn. The guy was a damn walk-on, play for Washington. Like I keep telling people, when you come down to the South, it's a little bit different. He is slow. He does not belong on the field. Get fucking 20 and 29 on the field, and that's it.
What's going on, Presley? I see Mr. Presley says, one of our favorite contributors. Obviously, this isn't a championship defense, so we will ride with our O. They opened up their entire playbook, fake punts and everything. That was their season. If we put them out of their misery. I understand, but
everybody, that's every joint, every week is the same excuse. They're playing their best. How many times I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jordan. How many times we keep saying, we know we're everybody's Super Bowl. Why the F you guys can't understand that? Enough of the excuses of, oh, they're opening up this. We know they're going to pull out every single stop, every fake punt, every trick play. Like, who does not know that? That's the annoying part. Even the announcer said we knew they were going for it. They were going to do a fake field goal. If the announcers knew, we knew. How the hell the coaches didn't know?
Exactly. And let me ask you this, Cuban, and I want your honest opinion.
Fire Mirabal. That's my honest opinion.
What exactly did Louisville do offensively that was spectacular?
They put their helmets, their jock strap, and their uniform on.
Exactly. I didn't see anything.
You had 2 weeks to prepare. Yes. I mean, you had last year, they did the same trick plays and all that fun stuff, right? You had 2 weeks to prepare for them, right? And they didn't have a week to prepare. They had a game last week against, I think it was Virginia.
Virginia, yes.
Right? So they couldn't prepare for us. We had 2 weeks to get them right. Well, what the hell are we doing?
Exactly. What's up, LNV? Glad you could make it. And Miss Katie. Hey, but the whole fact of the matter is, just like I asked the other night, again, help me understand how this Miami football team is going to do anything with the way they're playing.
One thing
defensively.
One thing what Adrian said, right? It's not an excuse. We don't have the horses. This is year 3. This is why I say Marv's not a good recruiter. Why don't we have the horses in year 3? It makes no excuses, right? You have Duke out here, right? Playing defense. They're 6-1, right? There's no excuses. You have Indiana undefeated, right? They're blowing people out. Like, I don't want to hear about not having the horses, not doing this, not doing that. No excuses. And here comes Mr. Line 1.
But I mean, here's the thing, y'all. Again, yeah, Miami won. But they're continuously doing the same thing. Because just imagine, if you will, okay, if that incomplete pass at the end of the fourth quarter, if they'd have called that a fumble.
The pass Miami, they wouldn't have overturned it. The pass Miami, they wouldn't have overturned that one, buddy.
And this is for studio. Flag is better than Kiko.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Kiko look a little slower than last year.
What?
He do look a little slower. What? He do. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that.
Boy.
But I'm not a prisoner in the moment. I'm not gonna just call to bench him right away. No.
But I mean, this has been going on. We've seen this the last 3 weeks now.
I mean, he played better. He played better this week than the last 2 games. I will say that.
Kwame Bodie. We're glad you're here. Kwame wants to know.
Cuban's here.
Where is the mighty Cuban at?
The mighty Cuban is right here. What do you got, Mr. Kwame?
Cuban goes by many names, but he is under the pseudonym Line 1 right now. So
we had to spot them points. They couldn't stop them.
Here we go to bullshit. You
ain't hear that announcer? Something's weird about to happen. And they kick it and running back on the kickoff and then a fumble. Shut up.
And how many times has the announcer said the kicker hasn't missed the extra point in 125 attempts? Boom, he misses it.
Listen, I promise you, bro. Y'all think it's a game. See, when they first came to Miami, they said, all right, we're going to let Cam come. Cam going to come to y'all, right? All right, y'all off y'all sanctions. Y'all ain't going to have no bad calls against you this year. But y'all got to follow us on a few of these scripts we want to run because we want to sell some tickets.
Well, I just see a defense for Miami that is lacking.
You know what?
We had a better defense in 97 and 98 than we do in 2024, and I stand by it.
Hey, maybe. You know what?
This
I
is horrible.
Fight y'all on the defense too much longer because you know why? Usually in offense, in football, when you have a superior, I'm talking about like elite offense, for some reason, I don't know why the defense takes a hit. I just don't know. You can look at NFL, college, even that LSU championship team. They had to outscore everybody. Go look at them scores. I had to look them up because I knew y'all were ready to flame me. Go look at the LSU Joe Burrow scoreboards over that whole year.
Okay, stop the bullshit, studio.
What's up,
They are
Frank?
playing studio. They are playing in the SEC. We're playing a sorry ass ACC that you said.
Wait a minute, ACC better than the SEC this year.
This is the weakest. You said this is the weakest schedule we ever had, right?
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to hear about all this. What this?
But we're not talking about a weak opponent, Cuban. We're not talking about a weak opponent. This was our toughest opponent of the year. Remember, they beat us 38-31 last year.
How are we going to beat the 11 top teams in the country if we continue to perform like this against competition like Louisville?
You said we were the fucking number 2 best team in the nation. Is this number 2 best team in the nation to you, Mr. Studio?
Absolutely.
Huh? What?
Absolutely.
I have to disagree.
I know y'all disagree with me all week, every week. So that's nothing new. I drunk the Kool-Aid even more after this game.
Oh boy, we know shit. We know that. And look what Larry Frank said. Yeah, LSU played 9 ranked teams. We have not played.
So y'all believe in the rankings now?
Who?
We already know they overestimate and rank them teams higher than they supposed to be the first 6 weeks off rip. That's how Michigan got in the championship last year. They overrated them all year. Saying they doing with Penn State, saying they did with Missouri, saying they doing with the only team that's not. They doing that with Georgia.
Is Miami overranked?
When they lost Alabama.
Overranked?
We underranked.
Oh my gosh. Look. I'm telling you this right now. We all know Florida State is 1-6, right?
They trash.
But let's remember, they held Cal to 9 points. That defense for Florida State held Cal to 9 points.
That's because the Cal had to come all the way cross country.
I don't care. I don't care. But I can tell you right now, if something doesn't change defensively, Florida State may pull out a victory next week and tell me what's going to happen.
No, I'm not.
Man, stop it. Y'all predicted Florida beating us. Y'all say Virginia Tech got a chance to beat us. Y'all scared at South Florida. Y'all worried about Louisville when Louisville didn't have a chance.
They didn't have a chance.
They didn't have a chance.
What has this defense stopped so far in the ACC?
Be honest, 3 of their touchdowns wasn't defense related. Let's be honest.
I mean,
that bullshit, that fumble by Mark Fletcher, that return kickoff, and then they had
How is that bullshit? How is that bullshit?
I'm just saying. I'm talking about as far as you saying the defense bad and he just got marched down the field on us. They got.
So this is a national championship winning team.
See, Louisville was expected to be a contender for the title. We can't help they lost 2 games the last week. We can't help they dropped the ball. We can't help that. Same for Virginia Tech. We can't help they started out the blocks late. Now they looking like a formidable pole. We can't help that.
All right. So let me clarify for Adrian. Okay. What if Miami comes out and beats Florida State 52-45 next week?
That ain't happening. Florida State is hot garbage.
I know they are, but I'm just saying this defense is horrible.
If that happens, I'll be concerned. I'll officially be concerned because all of our ticket selling games are over. Oh, wait a minute. They got one with Duke too. They're gonna that Duke game.
Y'all don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Florida State go win, but the way this defense is playing or not playing, I mean, I don't know. I from what I've seen so far in the last 3 games, I don't know.
Like me and Jordan said, if Cam is not part of this team, studio, this team would have won 2 games.
I said 3 and 4 being nice, but 2 and 5. This would be the worst 3rd year of any Miami coach in the modern era.
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Because y'all don't believe in Emory Williams. Emory Williams won all these games.
Was that?
No, listen. If we got Emory Williams, we wouldn't be throwing the ball like that when we should have been running and gave them a chance to do the outside kick bull crap. I'm like, why are we throwing? We shouldn't even have no ref decide if that was a throw. It was second short. We in the shotgun. That's because Cam want to win this Heisman. But, I mean, we got to take it with it. We got to take it, the good with the bad on that one.
Now, on the positive side.
Cam Ward, next.
See that D-line.
Well, actually, Cam only had 319 yards passing. It was a bad game for him.
AJ
But
because of our running game. Now, what y'all got to say about that?
I was about to get to that, Hey Roo. Calm down, Hey Roo. I was about to get to that. So, Miami pulled out 219 yards rushing. All right. Martinez had 89 yards rushing, which I give him props on that 30-yard touchdown run. I'll give him that.
Running behind who?
But that's all I'm going to give Martinez. Fletcher had 73. Allen, why A.J. Allen is not getting more touches, I don't know. All right. And of course, Cam Ward had 29, 30 yards.
You're going to call me a hater, Jordan, but watch this. Give me the tight end stats, please.
Let's see. Receiving. Horton.
Tight end.
Hold on. You're right. I don't see anything. They had a penalty.
There you go. What's the common denominator I keep saying, Jordan? When
exactly.
Tight ends don't do nothing, they're blocking.
Oh, Larry Frank, we just got off of the offensive line. We've already, Mariball needs to go. Marigoa needs to sit down.
Both of them.
How?
Very easily, you just go to the bench and sit out. The thing is, the right side of the line looked like crap. The left side was where it was at.
You falling for Cuban bull crap?
No, I was watching the game, dude. Every time they went on the left side, they primarily got most of their yards.
Hey.
And look what Larry Frank said. Aurora
That's
got
the whole point. You're supposed to run
I said last year, and everybody called me a hater. Oh, our offensive line looks great. No shit, because we were max protecting. This game, guess what? We had one target is because we had that tight end in there blocking and chipping and all that stuff. Because, I know and everybody knows and Mario knows Mirabar is garbage and they need help in that offensive line because that line sucks.
They don't need no help.
Yes, they do.
We have one
those sacks were covered sacks, most of them.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, he had a long time, and then when nobody opened, sometimes it happens.
He was still under pressure.
Not really.
73 and 61. I said,
the only time
he was doing an offensive line, but the offensive line, I mean, to be honest, there wasn't no offensive issue. It was his fucking defense is hot garbage. You and Larry Frank's boy from Louisiana. I don't know what the hell they teach in Louisiana on defense, but that shit is hot garbage. Take that shit back to Louisiana.
Hey, that's Southwest Louisiana, bro. That's like East Texas. Okay, that's Southwest Louisiana. But I'm at the point defensively that if LSU or whoever has offered Guidry, take him. Just go. Get out of here.
Dang.
Yeah.
Because what has quick? Because y'all was like Dawson out. We want Guidry. Now it's Dawson's okay. Now Guidry's out.
Well, Dawson learned and he adapted. Guidry has not.
No, Dawson ain't learned. How the hell was Dawson throwing the ball when we were supposed to be running it?
It seems like Guidry ain't shit without Cam, James, and LT. That's what I could tell you right now.
Katie says I should do like the debates and cut Avery's mic. No, we ain't doing that. Everybody's welcome. All opinions are welcome. I mean, all we're doing is we're just telling you how we feel. We're just telling you what we saw. And look, if it wasn't for Cam Ward, we'd be calling for Mario's head, everybody's head.
Well, I've been saying it, Mario. Yeah, everybody keeps telling me Mario's an elite recruiter, and he's not. I'm sorry to tell you that he's not an elite recruiter. All the key
Exactly.
players are not Mario players on the offense or defense. No, well, on the defense maybe, but not on the offense.
Hey, that's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. Frank Dawson does look good because of Cam. Everybody on offense looks good because of Cam. You take Cam out, as good or as bad as Emory may be.
Cam looking good because of that offensive line too.
You're a motherfucking lie.
Man, please. Cam couldn't do it at Washington State. Why?
Because he has Xavier Restrepo.
Cam is so great, and we won't win this game without Cam. Why ain't he do it at Washington State?
He has George. He has Aurora. He has all these Manning players. That's why. He's doing it because he's doing it with Manning players.
Oh, Lord. Look at this Manning lover.
Hey, call it whatever you want. If it wasn't for Manning players, we would suck right now.
Right now,
if it wasn't for the Manning players, we would suck right now.
I would take Pickney and
Porterman.
I take them. I take them all right now over Kiko.
Man, listen.
And Blessing. Where's Blessing at? Nowhere to be found.
As much as I had to stand up for Corey Flagg, I know I ain't hearing what y'all telling me.
I mean,
I used to stand. You too, Cuban. Y'all used to eat Corey Flagg lunch.
No, I don't think I did. I'll have to go back and look at the video. I don't know about but
Cuban know what I'm talking about.
Nope.
The linebackers are lacking. Defensive backs lacking. Offensive line lacking. Straight up. Now, since the offense did score 52 points and the offense has been averaging, over 40 points a game, you kind of give them a pass. But you take Miami's offensive line and go up against one of these top 10, top 12 defenses, it's not going to be pretty. I'm telling you.
I will disagree with you, John, because, again, they're going to put a tight end in there to help them out.
They're going to run against the wall. And so what? What we do?
They're going to get a tight end and help them out, and they're going to be like, oh, the offensive line looks great. And it's like, nope.
That may be, but still, everybody talks about, and if you want to include yourself, hey, Rue, you can, but those out there talking about Miami should be a top 2 team, top 3 team, top team, what Miami team are we talking about? Are we talking about what we just saw on the field? I mean, are you telling me that this team that we saw today, just now, would beat a Georgia?
You just heard
Texas, Ohio State?
You just heard the announcer say we can outscore anybody in the country.
No. There's a difference between beating and outscoring.
Outscoring means you beat them.
Not necessarily.
What? Isn't we win the game by scoreboard?
You can outscore somebody, but they could beat you on defense. They could score points on defense and special teams, sir.
No, I'm talking about outscoring.
Oh, no. See, you're about to go in your little studio line going on rant.
Now, I mean,
when you're down 25, regardless of how them points got, you come marching back.
Yeah, they may be able to outscore them, but that don't mean they're going to beat them. Miami, that is. Miami cannot. Yeah, I'm sure Miami can outscore anybody, but that don't mean they'll beat them. I guarantee you wouldn't. If Miami pulled this shit defensively against Georgia, LSU, Iowa State, BYU, Ohio State, Oregon.
I got a question for Mr. Studio because I'm going to do the Jordan what he did this week.
Y'all like all these other.
Hold on, Studio. Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question, Studio. Why is number 19-0 and 7 playing at University of Miami? I need somebody to tell me why.
I don't know. 19. I am getting tired of him getting pushed around like a little boy. I mean, I ain't saying we all perfect everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm saying. But no other team is either. There's no other team that got this juggernaut where you like, oh man, ain't nobody beating them.
Man, we're playing the ACC, man. This shit is weak. I'm sorry.
Man, hold on. What's the ACC record against the SEC so far? I ain't gonna even say it until I look it up.
Last time I saw, we were below 500 against them.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Y'all giving this fucking y'all acting like the ACC is this fucking juggernaut, and it's not.
We're not saying it's a juggernaut, but it ain't too far behind the Big Ten.
We beat fucking this team. Like, yeah, they fucking suck.
But I mean think about it.
So why are you gonna be mad the whole year for? This schedule was made 10 years ago. So you're gonna be mad all year?
Wait a minute.
It's not being mad. It's where there needs to be improvement, and there's not.
Yes.
The only reason why you're all happy go is because we have Cam Ward. If Cam Ward is not here, this would be a shit show. I'm telling you right now. If Cam Ward does not wear that number fucking 1 for Miami, it'll be a shit show, and you will be dead ass wrong.
We'll be all drunk.
I know. It's just
I'm so tired of y'all ifing.
Okay. No ifs. Okay, no ifs. All right. Oh. Let's take a look at. Let's take a look. Hang on. Y'all want to? We're gonna stop talking ifs. I am going to show you the numbers. Okay. Let me add this to the stage. Let's see here. That. No ifs. All right. Look at this. Miami gave up a total of 448 yards to Louisville. Okay. They're not a top 12. They're not even ranked.
We know Louisville got explosive offense now. We know what Louisville's known for.
They're not ranked. They're not a playoff team. They are not a playoff team. They are not in the top 12 right now.
I got you.
Okay. Oh.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? Let's.
I'm sure there's some top teams that got some, you know.
Miami gave up 342 yards passing. They were giving up 5 yards a rush, the defense, against Louisville. Okay? Louisville. They're
so
like.
If they would have let me ask you a question, South Cocaine. If they would have remained undefeated and went to drop them 2 games, then we wouldn't be crying about this like that, would.
Oh, if this was an undefeated,
no. If it was a fifth, we'll all be drunk, just like.
I get to use a few ifs. Nah, I can't use one. I can't use an if now.
You just got on me about saying if. Nah, if it was a fifth, we all
go to your own medicine.
Yeah, I'm giving you back your own medicine.
No, you got to accept one of them.
If Louisville was undefeated, Miami would have got beat. If Louisville would have beat, if they would have beat SMU and if they would have beat Notre Dame.
So what would have changed them?
I don't think so, John.
I'm just asking him logically, why would you think that? They would have had, the only thing I can think of is saying they have more confidence and they would, you know what I mean? Other than that, I don't know.
Their top running back went down injured too.
Because we put the hammy on them.
So what I'm getting at,
that boy ain't want to play no more.
All this if, here's my thinking. Yeah, Miami pulled out a 52-45 victory against the unranked 2-loss Louisville team. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you get in the playoffs and you play an undefeated Ohio State? What if you play an undefeated Texas?
We're going to outscore their ass. Now, I don't know about Texas or Ohio State. I feel like we got to outscore them.
You do realize the higher up in the rankings at this time of year, the exponentially they get better as a team. Texas defense and Texas's offense, Texas would rape our ass. I'm just saying right now, Miami, okay, defense wins championships. Plain and simple. Defense wins championships.
Louisville. Ain't nobody put no 50 up on Louisville. I'm going back looking at the last 3 or 4 years. Ain't nobody ever did that to Louisville.
When did Miami let up all these points against
Kentucky
us?
did. Kentucky did in 2021. That was the last time Louisville got their 52 put up on their ass.
And in 2021, we had a hell of a lot better defense than we have in 2024. I mean, if we're going to play the history game, we can play the history game, because I'm telling you right now, this defense is far, far worse than 97 and 98. I say it. If we're going to talk past.
This is worse than D'Onofrio. Forget that. It's worse than D'Onofrio's defense.
We ain't playing 2021 or 2022.
Exactly. We're playing 2024. And from what I saw on that field today and what I've seen the last 3 weeks and what I have seen brewing, like a tropical depression in the Gulf, this defense, this is not a championship caliber defense. This defense will not allow this team to win a championship, be it ACC, Coastal Division, Atlantic Division, whatever. Again, okay, I understand. Miami has a wonderful, high-powered arena football league, St. Louis Cardinal, St. Louis Ram, greatest show on turf offense. But if the defense does not stop the opposing team, what the fuck is the point? If the defense cannot stop the opposing team from scoring, why the fuck do they even worry about the offense? Sorry. Let me bring it down a minute.
What about the,
Didn't mean to yell at y'all.
What about the bye week, sir? What do we do in the bye week? Hang out?
Oh, we dominated that week.
We finally broke a trend.
Barely.
No, that one.
If it was not for Cam Ward, they would have got their asses smoked. This defense would have just.
He needs to change his name to Cam Jesus.
Exactly. I'm telling you right now, this Miami, I still right now, as of right now,
trends, and y'all wanted to be perfect. Y'all need to stop.
No, it's not about.
I have an expectation. You know what my expectation is, studio?
What?
Game 1 against UF. And this has not been since. It hasn't been that since then.
No.
That's the expectations.
No, you can't. Nope. You can't move the goalpost.
That is the goal.
No, you're moving the goalpost.
I said the game 1.
The only expectation was to be 12-0.
Yes, it's 12-0.
That's it. So we don't got to blow everybody out and look all dominant and be this championship form team when we were 7 and goddamn it 5 last year.
But this defense has allowed Virginia Tech to do what they did offensively. This defense allowed USF to do what USF to do what they did. This defense allowed Cal to do what they did. This defense allowed Cal to go up 35-10.
Great.
Early in the third quarter.
Cool.
Championship caliber defenses do not do that. And luckily we had Cam Ward to rally and get to outscore. That's what I'm saying. You can't keep pulling this bullshit defensively and expect to be successful. Now, we are nitpicking the offense. Yes, the offensive line has issues, but the offense is still doing their job.
And this is the thing, Jordan. This is leading to the offense. Is like, hey, offense, you are not allowed to make any mistakes. If you make a mistake, we lose. That's what it's coming down to.
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
We don't have to make so many mistakes the last 4 games. It's ridiculous.
It's barely. And what Cam has to put his fucking Superman coat on.
That's all right. That's what we paid his ass $1 million.
You cannot keep winning like that. That shit is dangerous.
Y'all, we paid him $1 million. And if he was playing trash, y'all will be on his ass like Sam Brown.
We paid $8 million.
We wouldn't be this without him. We wouldn't be this without him. Okay. Neither way any other of these teams. without their quarterback.
Nobody is debating whether about Cam Ward. We're talking about the defense or the lack thereof. There is no championship caliber defense.
I agree. We don't.
Okay, and what I'm saying is, yeah, today it was good enough to win. 2 weeks ago, good enough to win. For the last 6 games, it's been good enough to win. Yes, I understand that. I'm not taking that away.
One thing I will say,
but what happens when you start moving on? Okay, everybody wants this 12-0 and let's go to the playoffs. Okay, cool, let's do it. But this defense, do you really think the defense that we just saw, okay, and the defense that we have seen for the last 6 games, these last 7 games, including today, are you telling me that that defense is going to shut down anybody right now in the top 12 and to where Miami can be successful? I mean, at this point, Miami's going to have to put up 72, 84 points offensively.
I will argue Louisville has a better offense than maybe 2 or 3 of those top 10 teams.
You motherfucker.
State, I know for sure.
You a motherfucking liar.
Well, have you watched Penn State?
You a motherfucking liar.
You haven't watched Penn State then. They're winning on defense and lethargic dink and dunk offense.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
One with their running back. But it's so hard to watch. It's ridiculous.
Hold up. What did you say they're winning with? Did you use defense? Did you say defense?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then.
Well, we'll see who we meet them. We'll see who's the better, their defense or our offense.
You know, and Cuban talked about this a while ago. What happens if you play somebody like a Michigan-style offense that all they do is run the ball and run the clock out?
We're fucked.
Keeps Cam on the sideline.
So hold on, studio. So let me see.
We'll turn our offense into
so Louisville has a better. So I want to hear yes or no. Louisville has a better offense in Texas. Yes or no? Studio.
That's to be determined. Because Texas ain't played nobody yet.
Okay. All right.
They haven't played. Y'all, I'm gonna hold them. I'm gonna hold them accountable, just like y'all doing us. Okay. And they ain't played nobody yet.
Okay. They played Georgia.
Right in.
Okay. They
receivers.
Texas plays Georgia tonight, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So.
And Georgia offense ain't all that either. Yep. They defense.
Okay. And questions will be answered with Alabama, Tennessee playing, and then Texas and Georgia playing. Questions will be answered. Okay. Now, in my personal humble opinion, for what it's worth, I don't see Miami beating either Texas or Georgia right
now. Maybe not.
And that's the problem.
Does Miami beat Texas, Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Georgia?
I think Oregon and Ohio State we got a good chance. Now Texas and Georgia, they can lean on us, play that defense and play that type of game that we're not as built as y'all say for the defense wise. Oregon don't have Oregon little. We can lean on them.
Oh, we played a little team. You saw what happened when we played a little team. We ain't lean on
all
nobody.
I'm saying is, we played y'all, I'm turning y'all narrative of this, what y'all saying. They don't have that, what y'all trying to say Georgia and Texas have is what I'm trying to tell you.
Now, can this Miami offense score on those teams? Yeah.
Hold on, no, I got a question for studio. If we played Indiana today in a
they're playing good ball.
Ooh, if we play Indiana, do we beat Indiana?
Ooh, that's
not Indiana right now, boy. Not if it's cold.
They hot. Indiana is hot, boy.
I don't know though, because I haven't really watched them, but that game against Nebraska impressed me. That impressed me.
I mean, they beat them by what? 3-4 touchdowns, maybe 5?
56-7, something like
that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's defense, Mr. Studio, who grew, and Nebraska was 5-1, I think. So they beat a good team. They did what they did what I expect Miami to do.
Y'all laughed at me though yesterday last week when I said Indiana looked like they might win the Big Ten.
I ain't trying to hear that shit. I ain't trying to hear that.
You laughed at me.
I ain't say that.
I said you laughed at me.
No, I laugh at you on a daily basis. That doesn't count.
We had this discussion already because me and him went through the middle of the season, midpoint through the season, and who we thought would be our playoff teams out of each conference. And we ran it down. And we looked at Indiana in the Big Ten. And I said, man, they might win it.
No, you like, because they got I think they got Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State, something like that.
We ran through it.
What's Indiana's schedule? Hold on, bro. Let me see this.
We ran through it. We said Penn State must win against USC, and they got almost a shoe-in in the playoffs.
Yeah, Indiana's not making it because they got Michigan and Ohio State.
What you mean? They just beat Nebraska 56-7. Y'all better realize that shit matter.
And Miami only beat 4-2 Louisville, 52-45.
Any Big Ten team right now, Ohio State and Oregon.
All right. We'll see. You're saying they're gonna go undefeated. They got Michigan.
I haven't looked at them because I don't know what they quarterback. All I see is numbers right now. So
that's all you see. You don't see games. You just watch.
I do watch games.
Thank you for finally admitting.
No, I'm telling you about Indiana.
You don't watch games.
No, I saw Penn State. I saw those games. I'm saying Indiana.
Don't give me no. You just said you only see.
I said I didn't watch Indiana. All I'm using is numbers right now on them. So I don't know for sure. But 56-7 is impressive, especially when Nebraska beat Colorado 28-7.
Well, I will say this. We as Canes fans better enjoy 2024 because
I ain't talking about no future with y'all.
Oh shit, we can't.
No, I ain't. Y'all gonna talk by yourself.
Look, I'm telling you, as
y'all ready to jump to a losing season.
No, I'm going to enjoy
what PSTD do. It's like addiction to losing. When you're a gambler and you down and out and you won't get up from the table, you addicted to losing. You want to feel that losing feeling.
Well, apparently that's what Miami's issue is because all they've tried to do is out-talent the opposition since Larry Coker took over in 2001. There has not been one game day game plan that's been worth a flip. Ever since Coker took over, all they have tried to do is out-talent the other team. That's all they've done. You tell me one Miami coach that is actually out-schemed another team.
You're right. That's what I've been arguing about, but we don't have no scheme. Dawson's is the closest to scheme we ever had.
It ain't Dawson, it's Cam.
It is.
No,
it's 75%. It's 75% Cam, 25% Dawson.
Because even during them times where TBD was throwing them picks, there were people wide open.
This is not scheme. This is all Cam.
No, I'm saying that Dawson schemed people open. His plays open.
Why did we not use the tight end this game when we've been using them all year?
Because we heard a bunch of crybabies saying we need to have more than such and such amount of rushing yards first half. Remember that guy who said we need to have more than 50 of them first half?
That was me. And what I said was we need to have at least 60 solid rushing yards, averaging about 4 yards a carry. You got to have it. You got to have a running game. Like at the end of this game, if you had a good running game, instead of trying to throw the ball, get that clock to run, because obviously the defense ain't doing shit. You got to have the running game, dude. Any team will tell you that. You got to have a running game. You can't just keep throwing the ball, especially not when the defense is acting the way they doing.
What they have.
Miami can't just keep giving the ball back after every minute.
And 1 second, and you know how I said this is what I keep saying. Mario does not know what the fuck he's doing. He wasted Lyle's redshirt year. Lyle should not have been playing this year. It should have been a 2 to 3 back rotation. Should have been Martinez, Fletcher, and Allen. This is why I don't like Mario. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Why you're playing Lyle? You wasted his fucking red shirt, right? Now it's like now next year, fucking Allen's gonna leave because his dad was already complaining on other shows like, hey, why is my son not playing? Right? So
Exactly.
now, this whatever, man. This guy Mario, I know
I mean,
I'm fuck it. You guys call me a Manny fanboy. Fuck it. Mario's not a good coach. He's not a good coach. I don't give a, he's not a good recruiter. I don't give a the fuck what you guys tell me. Not a $10 million guy.
no.
He looks like Norvell. He just, Norvell, but with luck.
Exactly. Mario's just, he might as well just be a recruiter because I can tell you right now,
he's not a head coach.
Exactly. And does he coach the special teams?
I think so, but
okay.
What do you mean you think so? Did you lie on him earlier today?
I think so. He's the one that recruits. He's the one that coaches them.
But talking about the running backs, in my opinion, it should be AJ Allen and Fletcher.
Now Martinez is starting to earn his bucks, right?
He had that. He had that run.
But
if you noticed, exactly, I was about to say, if you notice when he just put his head down and ran and went vertical, just went, north and south instead of going back and forth, east and west, he was more successful. And of course, that was on the left side of the line. Left side of the line, baby.
So underperforming, what y'all trying to say? Too.
It's two things. It's left side or follow number 78. Wherever number 78 is lined up, run behind his ass. And that is no mirror ball coaching. That's just that motherfucker's a beast.
Well,
and number 70, good Lord, you get saved so many times. You are a turnstile. Number 70 and 61, y'all are fucking turnstile. I don't know what the hell this guy mirror ball is teaching you guys, but
nothing. But Markel still looks like the same Markel we saw 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. There has been no technique. He has no improved technique with his footwork or anything. He still looks slow. It looks like he's playing in molasses. And this mirror ball, okay, I don't know what he's done to be such an awesome offensive line coach except ride Mario's coattails wherever he goes. It's kind of like the little cartoon where the little bitty Chihuahua is following the English bulldog. This is Rex. He's my hero. He's my friend. And Rex is so big and strong. And yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The old cartoon? Where the little dog is following the big dog? That's exactly what Mirrorball is doing. That's all he's doing because he sure as hell ain't developing no offensive line. Not at Miami.
Well, the Canes media people, they're going to say that he is, right? It's because the Canes people, he's Mirabal was teacher. He used to teach one of these guys at Columbus. The other one didn't get access with Manny, so they hate Manny and praise Mario whenever they can. So I'm sorry, man. I've been calling it, and if Larry Frank's in here, I've been calling it since the Southern Miss game. This guy is trash. I don't know what the hell he's doing. And everybody's like, oh, he's great. He put Penei Sewell in the league. Only one fucking offensive lineman, right? I could say the same thing about Manny. Oh, he put two defensive ends in the first round. You know what I'm saying? It's like, stop the whole, he put Penei Sewell in the NFL. Who gives a fuck? What is he done in Miami?
Could you imagine what type of team Miami could have right now if Mario was a previous offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator and not just some offensive line water boy? That's right. I said it.
Damn.
I said it.
Damn.
That's all he was an offensive line, whatever the hell he was. He has no offensive coordinating skills. He has no defensive coordinating skills. All he knows is offensive line stuff, allegedly, but it's not being transposed to Miami right now. I can tell you that right now.
And I know I'm gonna see it on social media. Marigold hasn't given up a sack all year. I guess you haven't seen his pressures. You're not seeing that motherfucker give up a lot of. I'm sorry for cussing. You guys haven't seen him giving up a lot of pressures.
I don't see how. That's what I'm talking about. It's like they're expecting people not to watch the game or watch the game and not watch the game, if that makes sense. Because I could tell you right now, yeah, we were given all this, in the recruiting, the signing day. I'll go a 5-star offensive tackle coming to Miami. He's the greatest thing. I haven't seen him develop.
He's playing the wrong position. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, why can't we put Samson out there? What's wrong with Samson? What's going on with Samson?
Because he hasn't been developed. He hasn't been developed.
That's what I'm getting at. I mean, Samson and Mal, they've been here for 2 years now. Well, what's going on in practice? I mean, why? Again, it's all about the development. And again, for the last 23 years, there has been no development. None. They're relying on strictly talent.
We don't have talent like that. I keep saying it. We don't have that type of talent.
I know. Thank God we did in 01 and 02.
Because but hold on, because there's a guy on this show that we have a bet 2.5 guys getting drafted in the first round. Right?
Oh yeah.
Keep believing we have talent.
Yeah, Xavier Strebo keep playing like this. He gonna shoot it on in.
All right, the announcer said even the announcer said he's a 5th or 7th rounder. I think he's the best receiver in the nation, but the announcer even said he's a 5th or 7th rounder. But that's here nor there.
No, sometimes they'll draft on just whole like. Now there's other reason why they'll draft you. It might be in order to go in the first round. It might be you're a good face for the league type guy. It's all kind of reason why.
The NFL teams are going to draft whoever they need for their team.
But in order to be a receiver in the first round, you got to run a 4.3 or 4.4. Xavier ain't running no 4.3.
Yeah. You got to be like a Randy Moss or something.
You don't want me to prove you to be the liar that you are now. That'd be easy to find out how many first round draft picks did not run those 4.4 and under times.
Max 4.5. Okay, so Max 4.5.
Claim me.
Max 4.5.
All right, now making these outrageous claims. We in the debate channel. We say source up.
All right, source up. I bet you won't find anything under 4.5. You won't see a receiver 4.6 or 4.7, and that's what
that's easy to search. I'm gonna just search slowest receiver drafted in the first round. Let's see what it say. Nah,
Studio One. It's gonna say your face. Studio One. Line one.
Well, all I know is this defense better tighten up or Florida State's going to surprise.
Combine history. I was like, oh my God.
Because if Miami doesn't beat Florida State by at least 35 points,
Larry Fitzgerald.
It's just not going to happen. Oh, that's y'all's ass now. What's up, Larry Frank?
Oh boy.
Larry Frank, are you hey, I was hoping you could bring some words of wisdom to this show.
Yeah, what's up? What's the topic? What y'all want me to comment on?
Basically,
this is a top 2 team in the nation.
This defense sucks more ass.
Y'all keep moving the goalpost. Top 2 and all. Come on.
My bad. You said top 1.
Well, okay. I will start. Let's see. Let me see. All right, let's just start with the most obvious thing: the defense. The defense for the 3rd straight game, and a couple of times more than 3 times overall this season, has gotten beat with a lot of missed tackles, a lot of bad angles, a touchdown run by the running back, by I forgot his name, the little scat back.
He's from Miami, by the way. Mario missed on him.
Brown.
I'm calling shit out. Fuck that.
Isaac Brown, I think his name was.
Yeah, the one that had the fumble, I believe, in the end zone.
Yeah, that's him.
How many times have we seen this season a running back break and score a touchdown on a long run, and it was missed angles? Remember, the running back for Florida scored like that. He broke a long one. Tootin for Virginia Tech.
Cal.
Yeah, Cal, and now today. So that's a problem. That's a repeated problem. So that's one part of the defense: missed tackles, bad angles. Overall, this team in scoring situations They just don't know how to clamp down and stop the opposition from scoring. We're only winning because we've played teams that can't stop our offense. Our offense is so high powered. Other defenses are not able to stop our offense. And we've benefited. In the first half, that team, their defense actually held Cam in check. Because in the first half, Cam only had 14 points that, they were able to score, because it was that other touchdown was the result of the fumble recovery in the end zone. And once again, as Cal gave you the blueprint a couple of weeks ago, the same thing happened today. They got pressure on the offensive line. Cam held the ball too long. One of those sacks, when they showed the replay, you saw the open lane. Cam could have tucked it and ran. But what happened? Holding the ball long, and he got sacked. And I heard Heru earlier talking about that was a coverage sack. No, it wasn't a coverage sack. That was not a coverage sack. Our offensive linemen got beat. They just got overpowered. They got dominated. And there's a problem with the offensive line. And what's going to happen, and Heru, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but everybody else that may think like Heru, and I ain't picking on Heru, that's my boy, but I just think Heru is really looking at the undefeated 7-0 and missing the fact that this team is playing teams that don't have depth. They don't have a deep rotation. So we're able to outlast, because our rotation ain't as great as it seems, but it's better than everybody else we played. So when we get down to it and play a real team a la a Clemson or somebody in the playoffs, and you play a team that's 2 deep, 3 deep at certain positions, Miami's in trouble. And if they ever get to the point where you are putting pressure on Cam the way that they did, and Cam gets put at bay and our defense can't stop anybody, Miami's in trouble. So as great as Cam played today, as good as he was, as much as he did his thing, I still have an issue with the defense. And also, my particular thing, I put it in the chat earlier, we only had one tight end target to Arroyo.
Yep.
And I have a problem with that, because that's how we lost so many games last year, leaving the tight ends out of the passing game. And it's been working because we've been integrating the tight ends in the passing game all year. So what makes you want to not go to them now? Now, the one thing I will give them a little bit of a credit on, they ran the ball better today.
But hold on, Larry Frank, you know why there's an extra tight end blocking? Tight end, they only had one target?
Talk to me.
Because Miraball's getting exposed, and they know that Miraball's line cannot block. Just like last year, everybody's like, "Oh, this is a great."
Keep pushing that lie.
Stop it. Whenever you see good results on the offense,
keep saying we need to help.
Every time you see good results on the offense,
I saw 4 or 5 wide all day when we shouldn't even been in it.
When there's a reason why tight ends, when the tight ends are not catching the ball, we could run the ball. We cannot block straight up 5-on-5.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Go. I'm sorry, Cuban. Finish your point. I got something I want to say. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
It's just block when you run the ball. That don't make sense.
What happened?
Don't tight ends have to block when you run the ball?
They do, okay. They do. But hold up, hey, Rudy, that's not the point that we're making. The point that we're making is you do have a lot of passing plays that the tight end was not even targeted or used. None of the tight ends' numbers were called in the passing game, and
but
that's
most of them. But what I'm trying to tell Cuban is most of them pass plays were 4 or 5 wide, where we didn't even have a tight end on the field. I can see we were in,
but
at the end, we had 2 tight ends and none of them went out for a route.
But hold up, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, we got the type of hybrid tight ends that are hybrid receivers. So
I understand that we should use them more. I get you.
Yeah,
I'm not arguing with you. The reason why we don't use them is because
reason why we don't use them because they know Mario sorry ass offensive line can't block, so it's like we need an extra fucking tight end to block.
It's not really a lie.
How many sacks did Cam have today? Was it 4?
Yeah, Cam got sacked on a 4-man rush against 5 offensive linemen.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's when they know it's like, oh shit, we know fucking this offensive line sucks, so we need to start bringing in the tight end to help out because Miraball can't fucking coach. I'm sorry.
You good, and not only that, let's go to that corner sack. I think it was a corner sack.
Yeah, he came off that off the left side there.
Yeah, he came off the left side, that corner sack. Is nobody teaching our running backs how to pick up those blocks?
No, you know why that happened? Because stupid ass Miraball took McCoy out, and put Rivers inside and put Bell outside. So Bell was responsibility to get that fucking guy, and he did it because he doesn't know what he's doing. He needs a damn fucking red shirt.
He was blocking the wrong person. And you know what? I saw that, and I was hoping that wasn't the case. But when you go back and look at it, he could have got off of the block that he was on to pick up that corner blitz. He didn't.
Well, see, that's teaching. You know, he young now.
Why is he on the
young? No, he's not. He's junior.
Yeah.
He's a junior.
He's junior college, but they ain't teaching for that top flight ball like that junior college.
I was told he was the best offensive lineman coming out of junior college in the nation.
This is my thing. This is my thing. Why bench McCoy for Bell? What's the reason behind that?
I hope he wasn't hurt.
Because if you watch the game again, because you don't watch the game, you just watch stats. Every time Miami had a successful run, they ran it behind number 78. If you do not run it behind 78, you're gonna have problems, right? They put Bell sorry ass in, and shit just started happening again. I don't get this fucking coaching staff. I just don't get it. Like playing number 19. Why the fuck you playing number 19? Why the fuck you playing number 7 and number 0? What's the purpose? It's like this Florida State shit. Florida State, why did you have DJU playing this whole time when you had other quarterbacks that were decent, right? It's what's going on in practice that all these sorry-ass players are playing. AJ Allen, why is he not getting first or second string reps? You know what I'm saying? It's clear that the guy is the best running back on the team. It's just frustrating because the bad coaching will get to us.
And I'm going to tell you something. AJ Allen, to me, I think he needs to get an opportunity to challenge for RB1 because even though Fletcher started out hot, AJ Allen is really, out of all of those running backs, AJ Allen to me is the best one because when he gets the rock, he hits the hole and he goes.
Yes.
He's a powerful runner and he's consistent with that.
It seems like he know how to flow with the block and he know which holes he can choose better than.
Right. He can find those running lanes a lot easier and he doesn't dance like Martinez and he goes and they're running out of the same formation.
Not quite.
Yes, quite.
Look at it. Go back and look at it when Allen came in. Because I was like, ooh, I like this one.
See, here you go. It's all.
Go back and look at it. See, y'all just talking I remember that.
Now here you go with this bullshit.
Most our run plays. Look at most our run plays. Hold on. Look at most our. Go back and look at it. I'm gonna go back and look at the game too. But most of our successful run, like you said, they left side. But just look at the difference in them. And the ones they gave Martinez when he had to jump stop and then be like, I don't know if I want to go left or right, and then he get bottled up in the thing. Just go back and look at it.
Martinez just to me ain't that guy because he dances too much. And yeah, he looked good at times today and he ran hard today. I'll give him some credit on some of those runs today. But overall, Martinez should not be higher on the depth chart than AJ Allen or Mark Fletcher.
And look at this goofy motherfucker. LF, you must be really legally blind. 7-0. This is the dumb shit that I hate from our family.
Oh, wait, hold up. Can I have that since he called me out? Can I have that? Can I rebuttal? Because you know me. I'll be nice. South Coast, I'll be nice. It's your show.
South Coast went crazy today. So
I had my rant. I thought I had my rant.
Camaro, Bill, let's go ahead on and let me address you. 7-0 is nice and all of that, but at the same time, if you're going to be one of the ones that looks at the record and not look at what happened in the route to getting to the end result of the game, you're not somebody that knows football. You must be legally blind because if you're happy about 7-0 and giving a pass to this sorry defensive play for the third consecutive game, if you're happy about 7-0 and looking at what's going on with how the offensive linemen didn't hold their blocks up and all of this stuff like that, guess what? You're legally blind. I'm going to change your name to Stevie, and I'm going to ask you to sing Superstition and all of the great hits of Stevie Wonder because you're blind. And anybody with a Mario emoji shouldn't be taken seriously anyway. You're a Mario fanboy, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
That's all we're saying. we're glad Miami is still undefeated, but it's like the cliche goes. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. And the way they're playing the game, it's not going to be successful. It may be successful for a few days, but we still got, again, Florida State, Duke, Wake Forest, Syracuse, Georgia Tech.
And while you're growling those schedules out, let's look at these records. Okay, Florida State 1-6, but we know to throw the records out for that one. You got a 6-1 Duke team on the horizon. You got a 5-1 Syracuse team on the horizon. Wake is only 2-4. They should win that. I would think they should win that game fairly easy. And you got a 5-2 Georgia Tech team that always plays Miami tough. So even though they're not ranked,
and a 5-1 Syracuse at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
So even though you got all of these teams with some pretty decent records, they better not get up here listening to ESPN with the playoff. What is that? The match prediction things that says they have an 80% chance here and a 70% chance there. You can believe that if you want. These teams are going to freaking bring it. They are going to come at you. And because you are going to be more than likely ranked in the top 5, because Georgia should lose, I would think. What's the score of that Georgia game? I haven't been watching.
It's at 7.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's Tennessee, Alabama. What's the score of that game? Because I was watching
7-0.
Who's
time
up?
I checked.
Tennessee,
Alabama.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's bad. Alabama.
Yeah, it's 7-0 Alabama.
Tennessee don't show me nothing. I predicted Florida was gonna beat them. They beat them half, but they didn't cover my upset special.
See, but this is the thing. Everybody's gonna hear studio. Everybody's gonna hear studio. Oh, this is a number 2 team in the nation. You know what I'm saying? All that bullshit that he be saying.
And it's not just that, Cuban. You got a lot of people talking about how this Miami team should be number 1, number 2, number 3.
A lot of people. That's studio one.
No, I said we should be number 2. I mean, not number 2, number 3.
No, right now we don't deserve. We don't deserve to be number 20.
How they've been ranking other teams.
Put up with
based on how they've been ranking these other teams, prematurely ranking them high. We deserve that right now.
What top 25 team has Miami beat this year?
Y'all finna penalize an undefeated team that's your own. Shame on you.
But look
against who? Against who? Who has Miami
It don't
played?
matter.
Yes, it does.
We're a Power 5 team. I can see if we were a group of 5. I can see if we was the UCF claiming this fake national championship team.
We are in the weak-ass ACC.
South Coast. Take a reason. I got you, South Coast. Let me reason with him right quick. And let me reason. Let South Coast woo South. Hey, Root, let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you, okay? Keep an open mind. I'm gonna give it to you how, most of us, okay? The reason why Miami, even though they're ranked number 6, the reason why South Coast feels, and I feel the same way, that Miami is not really a top 10 team, is because they have struggled with teams that they are vastly better than. And they've gotten lucky in a couple of weeks, and they've just overall struggled. I mean, Miami shouldn't have had to pull a rabbit out of the hat against Virginia Tech and Cal, and they shouldn't have struggled the way they did with Louisville today. So because of that reason, I don't care if we're 7-0. Yeah, we're undefeated. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, they got us ranked number 6. Yeah, that's cool. But at the end of the day, we haven't played anybody. And we've struggled against the competition that we've played. Now, I get it. You line up who's on the schedule against who's on the schedule. I get that. I agree with you in that. But if Miami would have decimated all of the competition like we did Florida every week, now I can say, okay, this team is a top 5, top 3 team because we're beating the piss out of everybody, putting up 50 points on offense, holding them to 10 points on defense. Even though they may not be ranked, it's the style and the fashion of which you're beating them. Then you can say that. But when you're playing these teams and you're barely beating them, and, it feels good, 7-0. It looks good on ESPN. It feels good to be a Miami Hurricane fan. I get all of that. Miami is just not top 5 material. And at the end of the day, when you match us up and I'm telling you, dude, in the playoffs, you get these teams with some deep rotations, you're going to see a different outcome. I want Miami. Well, yeah, ACC championship. Because at the end of the day, do you really want to see Clemson right now? The way Clemson was down 10-0. And did you see what, or 10-3? Did you see what they did at the end of that game against Virginia?
Man.
Clemson has found their stroke, dude.
Okay, cool beans. And that's a great argument, you man. I almost agree with you. But the only thing I would say, last year, we beat Clemson.
That's last year.
Yeah, you said don't look at the future, and I'm not looking at last year, so don't give me that.
You can't use that.
Hold on.
So that next year, next year's a
deep shit. With a 7-5 team, bro. And now we've gotten over some more of our humps. I've seen progression. Yeah, we got over, 7-0. That was a hump. Bye week, coming off a bye week, that was a hump.
I'll give you that. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get his
going into Florida, opening out with an SEC opponent. All our top night games when we were hyped up got disappointed. LSU, the Florida opener, not this one. It was a smoking, like a light laser focus. Okay, yeah, we slipped up a little focus here and there, but South Florida, I'm looking at Alabama. They had 2 close games. They beat South Florida just like we beat. Hold on. I'm almost finished. I'm laying the plane. Did you hear the South Florida offensive line coach? I mean, the head coach say, man, it seemed like we lasted longer against Alabama's front. We wore down a lot faster against Miami's front.
And then Tulane cooked them the week after that.
Regardless. I'm just comparing like opponents. You saying close victories and why are we winning close? And I'm gonna show you some of these teams y'all claim are better than us and having these same goddamn close games. When South Carolina going and shut out Kentucky 30-something to 7. But then
South Carolina and Kentucky.
But then Kentucky going in and hold Georgia to a 13-12 victory.
So hold on.
And gave the game to Alabama. Should have beat Alabama. I don't want to hear this.
Studio, let me ask this one question. What did Florida State fans think last year?
Listen.
Oh, no. Ain't no listen. What do you think? What do you think Florida State fans thought last year?
I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
They thought they were going to win the national championship this year. We got all these portal players, blah, blah, blah. If you got a flawed system, it might not hurt you today. It will hurt you tomorrow.
The only thing the defense is making me say,
this is not the prototype that you claim that Mario took from Saban. This ain't it. This shit is built on fucking stilts. Once Cam Ward leaves, we are fucked.
Okay, so you claim. But listen, I'm just end it like this. Miami, right now, 7-0. Look like they can go with any team. Now, the only thing I would say, I give y'all credit, our defense is quite a liability. So instead of me feeling like, man, we finna run through this shit and win the national, I feel like, and the coaching, because the coaches were pissing me off. I was like, why the fuck are we throwing the ball right now? We running, we gashing them. We supposed to be running the rest of the game. I don't even want to throw another ball. We shouldn't be having the question, is it a forward pass? Coaching, what are you doing? So I give y'all that argument. Our coaching and the defense is the only thing that'll keep us from a natty right now.
That's all it takes.
More than that, because we don't have the depth.
I was told we had depth.
South Florida coach confirmed it. He said they outlasted Bama's front. So either Bama's not, Bama's, or we rank higher than Bama. Y'all say Bama beat us.
Who cares? I don't care what their coach says.
Hold up. It don't matter. Hey, it don't matter what South Florida said about their team and confirming.
But that's a coach.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. You're being a homer. You're not being rational. I don't care what South Florida's coach said about us and how they did against us versus how they did against Alabama. The fact is, when you play these other teams have proven depth at the 2 and the 3 spots behind the starters. And when they get inserted into the game, they're going to have a better outcome against our backups and stuff because they're deeper.
Speculation.
That's not speculation.
That is
facts. That is facts.
How is there facts that their backups are better than our backups right now?
Because most of their backups are 4 and 5 stars that are sitting on the bench waiting their turn, that have gotten in and that have played in different positions and got battle tested.
And they're not glorified 2 and 3 stars.
I've seen some 5.
Oh yeah, well they got 4 and 5 stars. Hold up, they got 4 and 5 stars riding the bench, but we gonna go in on and say, ooh, our little 2 and 3 stars are gonna outlast their 4 and 5 stars. Whoop-de-doo.
Popo, Aguero, and Pruitt and them. I don't know, boy. They're good as any backup linebacker.
Hold up. If our defensive line got there, you know what pushed in by Virginia Tech's undersized offensive line. What do you think happens against an offensive line of another one of those big dogs that are just as big as our defensive line? And then when we get tired, and then whenever we get worn out, guess what? We put our subs in, and then when they put their subs in, they got equally big linemen or whatever that's going to do the same thing to a bunch of guys that's inexperienced that can't do nothing against the backups. You can't defend that, bro. You can't defend that.
We'll see.
What's up? What's up, QB? You ain't missed nothing. It's
all our backups got some good playing time.
What backups? Who are these backups? Name me these backups, Studio.
Yes, please.
Oh, Popo Aguero got on the fumble.
Okay.
He ain't on the doggone defensive line.
No, I said, you said depth in general.
And I'm talking about the trenches. You know doggone well. That's where these games are won, in the trenches, on the offensive line and the defensive line.
Okay, I like Justice Scott and Sam Moulton in there.
Justice Scott only play. He hasn't played this season. He hasn't played.
If we got to play both of them for like a series, I'm feeling good about that.
A homer,
hold on, no. You said a series. That is not depth. That means.
No, I'm just saying that's backing up play.
No, that a series is not depth, bro.
I ain't saying just one series a game.
That's one series is not depth. One series like, oh, this motherfucker's hurt. I'm gonna go in for him, and that ain't gonna play anymore. What they did with fucking Lyle. That's stupid. We have no depth. Mario, like I've been saying, y'all keep saying Mario's an elite recruiter. He's not elite recruiting jack shit. He just has Lucky Cam. That's all he has. He has deodorant Cam. There's no depth on his motherfucking team. It's just luck. And once these Manning players leave,
y'all sound like other people's fans.
No, we're just being.
No, hold on.
We see the
what my homeboy say about my team right now. He'd be like, y'all, man, y'all ain't good. Y'all, if it wasn't for Cam, y'all wouldn't be shit. But that's what I'm hearing for Seminoles and Florida Gators right now.
Because that's what you're hearing from us.
I'll say it. If it wasn't for Cam, we probably wouldn't be shit.
We wouldn't.
Y'all don't believe in Emory Williams?
Not right now.
Not to do what Cam is doing, not to be a Heisman Trophy winner. I don't believe Emory's a Heisman Trophy winner.
Emory ain't throwing for 300-400 yards every game.
Totally different game.
He ain't throwing for 300-400 yards every game and multiple touchdowns.
LFJ.
And guess what? And to your point about the different game plan, let me go ahead and bust that bubble right quick. Our offensive linemen can't open up no goddamn run lanes for our running backs to get anything. So even if we do go run heavy, guess what? They get dominated. And at the end of the day, we don't do shit there.
Did you watch the game?
Did you watch the game?
8-point-something yards of carry today when we focused on the run game.
Yes,
I let you know if we turn. If we wanted to turn into a run-first team right now, we could. And they just proved it to you today. They just stopped it.
How many touchdowns did
Cam
Ward
stopped running it?
How many touchdowns Cam Ward
We
had?
almost got him in trouble.
How many touchdowns Cam Ward had today?
4.
That's because listen, they signed that deal, man. I can't help it. They signed that Heisman, sell the tickets, and he gonna pass on. So we got to deal with that.
If you think
what I'm saying is, we had Emory Williams, we wouldn't have to do that.
If you think Emory, so this is if Emory was quarterback, we would have to play ball position. You know, like we would have to protect the ball at all times. That means we would have to score every single drive because our defense will let up a fucking touchdown every single drive.
And not only go ahead, you say what you got to say.
Real quick. No, because most of our turnovers were Cam Ward induced. So we probably wouldn't have, most of them were either interceptions, fumbles he did, stupidity he was doing. I was just bragging on the running back, said they ain't fumbled all year. until Fletcher pulled this bull crap. But regardless, if we had Emory, we wouldn't be doing all that old fooling. We'd be running it, dinking and dunking, and playing power, Mario run.
We can't play power now.
But here's the thing you're missing.
No, one thing, Frank. Hold on, one thing. Just like we did, we will look like studio. We will do what we did last year. Be 7-5. That's how it looked like.
Every running back had gashing holes today.
And wait a minute, you keep saying if Emory was the quarterback, your beloved. Hold up, you keep saying if Emory was the quarterback, what we would do. Mario, your boy, would more than likely have Reese Poopenbooger as the starting quarterback because he brought him in anyway, and you know how he is with bringing in these transfers and how he's loyal to quarterbacks. So guess what? Emory probably wouldn't start anyway.
He'd be doing the Oompa Loompa dance in the backfield.
That's right.
Hey, man, if you don't believe in y'all team, I understand.
I
believe in this team a little more than y'all. That's all. I ain't saying they perfect. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm just saying for what this team is doing, it's because of Cam. Cam is the reason why this team is what it is. And I just don't think another quarterback other than Cam would have – the offense wouldn't roll like it's rolling with another quarterback. The defense would be the same because the defense is what it is, bad. So you can say if Emory was the starter,
hey man,
Emory wouldn't be the starter. It'll be Reese.
And
you saw how bad Reese looked. Did Reese not look bad the only time he got in the game, Hayru?
Yeah, Reese. Yeah, Reese was.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Hayru. If Reese was the starter, which I believe Mario would have him as the one, just like he did with TVD, do you think this offense would flourish under Reese as the quarterback?
No, it wouldn't.
Thank you. I rest my case. Go ahead, South Coast.
I mean, I had to let one of the puppy dogs out, but no, it ain't got nothing to do. See, with all due respect, Hayru, that's what that really ticks me off when the only counterpoint you have in these debates is when people say, well, y'all aren't real Miami fans. You ain't got faith in this team. No. If it isn't love, why does it hurt so bad? If we didn't care about this team,
why does it hurt so bad?
Thank you.
You just put New Edition on my mind, South Coast, man. Thank you, man. Now I got to go listen to New Edition.
Mr. Telephone Man.
Something wrong with my line.
One question, Mr. Guru. Is Miami better than Texas A&M?
I think we'll beat Texas A&M.
Okay.
But see, here's the thing, and I'm not picking on you, Hayru, but you bring up a good point, though. The thing is, if we didn't care about this Miami team and this Miami football team, this organization, we wouldn't be so excited. We'd be like, hey,
y'all don't sound excited to me, though. That's the problem.
Because of the fact that, yes, I'm glad Miami won. I'm glad Miami is still undefeated. Yes, I'm glad they're undefeated and they won. But it's the fact of the matter is, okay, here's an analogy. You can drive home from work, school, wherever. You can drive home at 2 o'clock in the morning on the wrong side of the road. You're probably going to make it home okay, huh? But if you try to drive home on the wrong side of the road at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, yeah, you're going to make it home, but it may be a while if you do. So right now, Miami is driving home on the wrong side of the road at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they're getting away with it. And fortunately for Miami, they don't really have, well, I mean, they do have some potholes in the road, but let's face it, there are no top 25 teams Miami has to play until the championship game, ACC championship.
The rest of our game is at 1 o'clock or noon.
And the thing is, Miami is not going to be tested. They don't, you know.
Georgia Tech gonna test us.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Georgia Tech beats us.
Shit, they the number one rushing offense in the AC. Well, they were last year. They got a rush attack run. They got a throw on the attack.
Do I need to revisit the rise of the fall and the Achilles heel that is Georgia Tech, the thorn in our ass?
Georgia Tech has suddenly become the new North Carolina for us.
Yes, exactly.
I don't want to on that level yet.
They've beaten us.
Well, anyway, let's go back to last year. But anyway, but what I'm saying is, at current status, defensively, Miami, there's no way they can be successful going forward, playing defensively like they've been playing.
Absolutely, they can. You know why? Because the last 5 opponents go look at their rank in defense. We're almost ranked 90 or worse. So that means Cam will not be able to be stopped in this next 4 games or whatever.
He can if they go up against a team with the running offense.
Please, we
not only that. Hey, Rue, you keep asking if we watch the same game. Have you been watching the last couple of games that Cam has had trouble? They put pressure on him and collapsed the pocket. Hey, Rue.
Yeah, stop saying it. A lot of times that's because he refused to do the dump the ball off sometimes.
It's sometimes, I'll give you that. It's sometimes he holds on to it too long and this and that, but a lot of times it's because the offensive line cannot hold the blocking assignment.
Most of the time, no, hold on. What I give you, most of the time we get beat, it be just a around the edge speed rush. I haven't yet to see us get just pushed just back, except for that one time Rodriguez got pushed back one time. But other than that,
plenty of times that we get our shit pushed.
Just penetrate our interior like that. Y'all lying. And I challenge y'all to clip it on video.
You're not watching the games. I'm watching them.
Man, this offensive line has gotten pushed more than crack back in the 80s, dude.
They're getting pushed back. So I don't think you watch football.
I'm going to make sure I clip this up.
Studio
please
watch the game.
I'm watching it more because of y'all.
Studio watches the game on that on ESPN app with that gameplay shit. That's how he watches it. He looks at the stats and he looks at that little cartoon art. That's how he looks at the game.
Yeah. The studio can't be serious right now.
But again, offensively, yeah, I think Miami can be just fine offensively. It's just defensively.
Yes.
And I think this very wise man said the other day, I'm not going to mention Cuban's name, but he said, to help beat Miami, you got to keep their weapon off the field. That's Cam. How do you keep Cam off the field? Slow, methodical offense for the opposing team. If the opposing team's offense comes out and can rush for 3 or 4 yards a carry against the defense, you're talking like old school Georgia Tech in the triple option.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to go point for point with Miami. That's impossible.
And I'm going to say this. Let's think about something. How different would the outcome of that game have been if that referee near the end of the first half doesn't throw that flag, resulting in the team getting pushed back just outside of the goal line and the running back fumble the ball and we go up for the score? Because they were coming. Louisville was coming.
Or what if that
there was a scenario we could have went up 35-14 to a half and it looked like a blowout.
Yeah, what about that reviewed call on the incomplete pass where Cam got hit and the guy ran it back for a touchdown and they reviewed it and said that Cam's arm was going forward.
ACC needs to stop doing that dumb shit. ACC needs to stop doing that. That was an incomplete pass.
That was an incomplete pass.
They're putting it in a situation where they could F things up. ACC needs to stop doing that shit.
Right, but what if there's
Cam was unstoppable.
But South Coast on that play, let's go back on that play. Once again, just like at the end of the Virginia Tech game, how long did it take for them to decide they were going to rule that a fumble and let that stand as a touchdown? The whistle should have blown the moment that the ball hit the ground.
Right.
And by the way, 73 got his shit pushed in that play, the right side of the line. Studio's homeboy. It was 73 or 61 that got their shit pushed in. But they're not going to count it as a sack.
Don't lie on. Be right now when you gonna lie on the man.
It's one of those two.
Which one it was?
I forgot. It's one of those two.
But there's going to come a time where that call is not going to go Miami's way. It's going to be another Terry Porter thing.
Yes.
You know, and we cannot be put in that situation.
And the way to
that's the whole problem.
The way
is run the ball. We weren't supposed to be throwing right then.
And the way to avoid that situation is to play better defense and just outlast the competition and dominate. When you're up by 3-4 touchdowns because you have an offense that can score, that stuff don't matter.
Exactly.
Oh, did anybody pay attention to what happened at the end of the game?
With what? With the last touchdown?
No,
the second to last play where they fumbled the bad exchange between Cam and the center.
We fumbled the
with that had been some shit.
I missed that.
Yeah, it was like the second to last game. It was very quick.
On the knee. I like they tripping.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
You know, conspiracy theories with a raised high.
I know Studio's ready for that shit, boy.
I told you about got going on, Cam, with that now.
Now, here's my thing real quick. Now I'm thinking about it. What's up with the special teams? Because even before Lacey ran that 100-yard kick return back, I started getting bad vibes because Lacey, the whole time they kicked to him, he was making moves. He was just like a step away here, a step away there. And I just knew I didn't think he was going to break one to the house, but I knew he was going to break a long one to get him in some good field position. What was up with the special teams today? Was it that Andy Borregales just wasn't kicking it out the end zone? What was
I was about to say, I noticed usually Borregales kicks him out the end zone. Very, very rarely does a guy return to kickoff. But I noticed there was a lot of short kickoffs, especially near the end. Yeah. I'm like, this is odd.
Yeah.
They got the kickoff went to he got it at in between the goal line, the 5-yard line. I'm like, this is very peculiar.
But one thing I hope you know, this team does not have speed. I've been saying it for a while. This team lacks speed and strength. I don't know what's going on with this damn strength conditioning coach, but
oh no, there's nothing wrong with the mustache. Feld is the man. Him and Mirabal.
That Timu looking Sheamus from WWE, because I look at him and I think of Sheamus, because he looks just like Sheamus to me. I hate that dude.
Yeah.
I wish I thought that was too clowny to me.
Too bad they couldn't took some of that $1 million from Cam.
I'm gonna support the university.
Swayze back.
Whoever they hire, I'm gonna try my best to support them. Unless they just
that's horrible.
They doing something wrong. I'm gonna
trust everybody, man. That's how we're Miami been in the situation. You just can't trust anybody we hire. We fucking hired D'Onofrio, and let's trust D'Onofrio. Hell nah, he's horrible. Let's trust Manny on defense. Nah, as a defensive head coach, he's a head coach. Nah, don't do that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? The bartender, all them dumb motherfuckers. No, I don't trust, only because you're coaching in Miami. I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. After Butch Davis, I don't trust any coach.
No. That's why.
Tell you. Go ahead.
So now
I was just going to say, I root for Miami, not the coaches. And I don't care who the coach is. I want Miami to win the championship, not Mario. I don't want, I'm going to call a coach out. Like I said, the cornerbacks coach and the linebacker coach needs to be fired, along with Maribel. Maybe they can get a group rate on a U-Haul. But those 3 coaches have got to go. Well, because they haven't done shit.
Speaking of coaches leaving, I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen.
Guidry to LSU?
Oh, that's cute.
No. Guidry, honestly, I don't think Guidry's going anywhere. I think Guidry's stock is probably going to drop. Guidry will be back at Miami. He'll be back at Miami. But I do believe Dawson will be out of here, because the reason being, Miami's putting up all these points. Yes, it's Cam and all of that, but you know how that goes. The offensive coordinator is going to get a lot of love when something like that happens. And it might be a group of 5 school. But I think Dawson is probably going to get a job offer somewhere. And Dawson probably would want to leave because he knows that he ain't got nothing to work with next year. It'll be
a lot of them leave.
So my thing is, if Dawson leaves, you're going to get a whole new OC up in here. We don't know what kind of.
No, we're not. OC's already in the building. Mirabal.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God, help us.
Hey, don't the Jets have a coach vacancy right now? The Jets.
Mirabal.
They fired Robert Saleh. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Don't overlook, because the Saints are about to get rid of Dennis Allen.
Hey, they can have Mario. We'll send them Mario, Mirabal, and Dawson.
Well, I feel like this. This is how I feel. I feel like Clint Kubiak is the OC right now in New Orleans.
Oh, yes.
So depending on what happens and who comes in, Dawson may want to make a jump to the NFL. Now, I'm not saying he'll be an OC in the NFL, but I think he could go there as a quarterback coach or offensive analyst, one of those positions that they got. But either way, Dawson, in my opinion, is going to go next year, because I don't think Dawson's going to want to stay on this train, because next year we are going to be next year's Florida State.
Yes, it's going to be like rats off a sinking ship.
Yeah. And
they know that.
Yeah. You can look at any one of your SEC teams right now that has, I'm talking about one of the powerhouse SEC teams that may have an issue with scoring. And I'm not saying that Dawson, I'm not saying as a head coach, but Dawson may go somewhere else and make a lateral move to be an OC at another school to go get. Dawson's shit works good with a mobile quarterback.
Yes.
So any school that's on the come up, I can see Dawson getting an offer to go to Oklahoma, because Oklahoma is bad.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I told everybody that I said Oklahoma is not, they should have never moved to the SEC. I'm like, I don't get why these teams that have no recruiting bases want to go to the SEC. I'm like, it's gonna be real tough for you guys, but whatever. Same thing with Florida State.
Miami would dominate the SEC. What are you talking about, Steven?
Oh yeah, according to Who the Guru. Yeah, you're right.
But again,
it sound like LSU all over again.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, LSU might make a play for him, because I know South Coast will tell you, Joe Sloan, they hate Joe Sloan in Baton Rouge.
And Brian Kelly. They could have Mario and Dawson.
Yeah, they can have them.
They can have them all.
We all want to replace Mario.
Me, you, anybody.
Y'all can make it happen right now. Swap.
Somebody who is not a former Miami player.
Yes. I don't care if he has 2 losses. I'll still take Lane Kiffin.
Even I don't care, as long as they were an offensive coordinator and or defensive coordinator sometime in their career, fantastic. But they cannot be a former player.
Why would I take Lane Kiffin right now still, even with the 2 losses? Because Lane Kiffin can develop quarterbacks.
Yeah,
and Lane Kiffin who?
Indiana's coach.
Yeah, they are looking good, right? Who is their coach anyway? Who is that?
Y'all in the moment.
Nah, he's been a beast. He was when he was at I forgot where he was at before. He was a good coach. I think he was at James Madison. He was the one that built James Madison to what it is now. Yeah. And
I agree with you.
Wait, that's not dude, Jamie Chadwell, is it?
I forgot Buddy's name, but he was at a winning program.
And then
let me see. I'm gonna check. I'll tell you right now.
No, we don't want Belichick, because he will get busted for cheating.
Cornetti, yeah, that guy. Kirk Cornetti.
Cornetti, okay.
James Madison. Yep, he was at James Madison. He was the one that, he made James Madison into a beast. That dude is he's not going to be there next year. He's going to be at Auburn probably. Yeah. But, that dude.
But anyway, fact of the matter is, before we get into that kind of talk, because that talk can go on forever. In a nutshell, again, I'm glad Miami won. I'm always happy when Miami wins. But this defense has got to tighten up. This defense has got to do a complete 180. The defense has got to do a 180, because Miami will never be championship caliber with this defense. Thank God we got Cam, because if we'd had anybody else back there, we're 3-4 right now, maybe. So
he said 3-4. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Miami loses to Florida, South Florida. What? Well, it might be 2-5. If they didn't have Cam Ward, they would have lost to Florida, South Florida, Virginia Tech, California, and Louisville.
You following the hype too much now.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being honest. I give. Okay, here comes the voice of reason. QB, what's up, dude?
What's going on? What did I miss?
Just another day in the office.
Bootlicking for Mario and Mirabal.
It ain't about Mario and Mirabal. It's about our Canes and how
it's about Mirabal.
It's changing.
What's changing? Hold on. What's changing?
I already told you the humps we got over. We're 7-0. We've got over that bye week hump. We're breaking. We're scoring more points than we ever have. Quarterbacks done what has never been done.
So next year,
about to break all-time records.
So I should expect better next year, right? I'm just hoping. I just want to get this correct. I'm expecting next year.
I'm about the future and past. Remember?
No. I'm saying, but
we're not in the future.
I know we're not in the past, but we're gonna get better next year.
The future
right?
has to happen.
But so we're gonna get better next year, right? Because we're over this thing that you said, right? We're over this. So next year we're gonna start blowing everybody out. No more close games next year.
Well, it depends now. If we, like he said, now if Dawson league, Gidger league, now that changed the dynamics.
Dawson,
you know what I'm saying?
But hold on, the Saban blueprint, he loses coordinators every year and he still does good. So what is this now, studio? Is this a Saban blueprint or not?
Okay, hold on. Time out.
It depends on the dynamics.
Time out. Tweet. Let's let QB talk.
Yeah, we gonna be in there competing now. We gonna be there.
Don't make me do it. Let QB talk. Then y'all can have at it. Go ahead, QB.
What's the question?
Hell if I know. What was the question?
What are your thoughts of the game? Just what's your thoughts?
Okay. Of the game? Yeah. There we go. That's good.
We have a savior quarterback. We have a defense now that I think we can officially say is bad. And it's not just the secondary. I think the D-line is having trouble as well. I think linebacker's okay. I think Kiko played better today. But
okay.
But O-line was okay today. Cam, it was just Cam just being Cam. And there were some, I don't think there's conspiracy breaks. I know people are going to say there's conspiracy for Miami to win, but I think there were some lucky breaks with us, that the fumble at the end of the game with Cam, that was close, but it was still a forward pass. Then Cam also, when he threw that ball to Restrepo that got to the 1, that was close for being interception. Like if it would hit him like a split second sooner, that DB in front of Restrepo would have picked it off.
Mm-hmm.
Katie asked, at what point does Cam opt out? Honestly, I
said it. I told you when he's going to do it.
If there's no chance for the playoff, because the way it looks right now, one loss is going to knock you out the ACC championship.
Yeah,
more than likely.
I already told you when he's going to opt out.
You just had to beat Louisville.
If Miami loses an ACC game, then you got to worry. You got to hope that you got to get help from somebody else, and then because you can have a log jam at one loss.
Cam is opting out round 1 of the playoffs. That's when he's opting out. He's not playing the playoff game. He's opting out in the playoff game.
Really?
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna ask you QB. I'm gonna ask you this
His
question.
name is Line One.
Hold on.
See that now.
Studio, let me ask him. QB. Cam wins a Heisman, ACC, guaranteed top 5 pick in the NFL, and gets a playoff, first round playoff. Does he play in the playoffs? Yes or no?
Yes.
You motherfucking crazy. You as a parent, would you tell him to play?
I'll tell him to do what he wants.
No. You as a parent, he comes to you, QB, dad, pops. What should I do, pops? I'm gonna go based on what you tell me. I'm gonna do what you tell me, pops.
I'll lean towards playing.
Motherfucker you.
I don't think he would do that. I think he's his own man. He's his own man. I think Cam is his own man, and I don't think Cam would go to his parents to ask for their approval on whether or not they should what they think, whether or not he should play. I think Cam is his own man, and judging from how they kept talking about how his mom is a bad, and one of my friends that's in the Houston area actually coached Cam in AAU, and he told me how good Cam was, and he knows Cam's dad. We're trying to work on getting Cam's dad on U-Talk eventually. He's working on that for me. We're working on
ahead. Big
so
dog.
At the end of the day, from what my buddy Jay Jock told me, Cam, his parents are real competitive, always had him competitive. And I don't think Cam, if it's the playoffs, I don't think Cam would bow out. Now, like I said the other night on the other show, I do believe if Miami don't make the playoffs and it's just a meaningless bowl game, then obviously you got to protect your investment. But if you're trying to get it, go ahead.
Let me tell you otherwise. What did he do last year? He went to the NFL with a number 4 or 5, with a 4th or 5th round, prospect.
Yeah.
So you don't think that with the first round prospect, he didn't even commit to Miami. He didn't come to Miami to, I want to win a national championship. He came to Miami to get his draft stock up. And if his draft stock is at number 1, he's not a Miami player. He's just a rental. He's not gonna play a playoff game. You crazy?
But at the same time, like I said the other night, I don't care if he is a number 1, 2, 3, whatever pick. If Cam's team is in the playoffs and Cam is a leader, you got to remember, it's not guaranteed that as a number 1 pick, whoever drafts you, you're going to play. You have to assume that whatever team drafts you, you're going to sit the bench and ride the pine behind whoever's the current quarterback at that franchise. So, yeah, you take the chance on getting hurt, but at the same time, what good does it do you to sit out and protect yourself while your team is vying for a playoff or a national championship? That do you know what that would do to his reputation? Nothing. Actually it would. Nothing. It would.
How many players have sat out on bowl games?
I get that. What I'm saying is his reputation and what people are going to say about him potentially going into the NFL as a leader, that he abandoned his team come playoff time for a playoff run.
What's
Miami? We gave him $1 million.
The Bears quarterback damn near sat the whole season because he knew it was going to be a number 1 pick and didn't want to get hurt.
That's Caleb. Listen. I get it, and I'm not denying what you're saying about Caleb, but Caleb Wilson and Cam Ward are 2 different people from just who they are, their personalities. And I'm not just going off of what I think. I'm going off of what I was told by my buddy that coached him and knows his parents. So that's why I really don't believe that if it's a playoff run, if Miami makes the playoffs and you got all this attention on Miami, and especially if he's a Heisman finalist, so let's say he wins the Heisman Trophy. I know Caleb did it. I get it. But what USC was 7-5. USC wasn't playing for nothing.
Jaden Daniels did it last year. He didn't play a playoff game last year.
They weren't in the playoffs.
Not the playoff, the bowl game. I'm sorry, he didn't play the bowl game last year.
And that's why I say if Miami makes a bowl game, it's meaningless. I can see Cam sitting out. But if it's the playoffs, he won't. If LSU would have made the playoffs, you better believe Jaden Daniels would have played.
You got to make billions of dollars.
If I'm Cam, I'm going tomorrow. You got to give me $5 million to play in this playoff game. Otherwise, I ain't playing in this.
That's you. You're looking at it. You're looking at it from a fan perspective.
I need $5 million.
Scoundrel.
Because you're gonna get Mario. You're gonna get a fat bonus from this. I need $5 million, Mario.
He gonna make it in his social media accounts.
He's making it now. He's making it now. He don't need that shit.
Each playoff game. Now he'll lose so much money.
He's not gonna lose no money. He already has. I mean,
no, his exposure. Not to mention, let's say he got endorsements that want to show commercials during these games. He's losing out on that. You know how many? He already billions of dollars over these 5, 6, 8 games, whatever it is.
And then not only that, let me say something else. You know, we have MB5, Melvin Bratton, on our show. MB5 is sports agency. He represents Anthony Richardson. Melvin Bratton told us basically what a lot of these teams are looking at They're looking at your character. Caleb Wilson was an exception because this is the Bears. They knew that he was the number one quarterback prospect. They did what they had to do. But from what MB5 told us before, that these teams, they're going to look at everything about you to determine whether or not they want to draft you. And one of the things is he told us that character is very much big. Are you a high character player? Are you a quitter? Do you leave your team hanging? What type of a player are you?
Larry Frank, let's be honest. Larry Frank, let's be honest. If the Dolphins, Raiders, Dolphins, Raiders, New Orleans, whoever team is there, and they see Cam there, he doesn't play the bowl game. You mean to tell me they're not going to draft him? Come on.
They are going to draft him. They are absolutely going to draft him.
They're going to draft him.
But what I'm saying is, if he doesn't play,
if he doesn't play, you don't think they're not going to draft him?
No, they are going to draft him. I'm not saying they're not going to draft him. I'm saying that if he doesn't play in the playoffs, then they're going to look at his reputation as what kind of a leader are you? Not them per se, but a lot of the people in the department, in the offices, fans, all of this stuff, all over the place are going to look at him as like, what kind of person are you that you led your team this far to the playoffs and you abandon them only to lose? There's going to be some scrutiny if something like that would happen. And it's not fair, but it is what it is.
No NFL GM is like, oh, you didn't play the playoff game, I'm not going to draft you. That's crazy. They're going to look at his film.
I'm not saying they're not going to draft him, but it's going to be some conversation about him not playing. That's going to be part of the evaluation. And
that's going to be a horrible organization. They're going to do just like the dumbass Dolphins drafted a Tua, and they're going to have a messed up franchise, right? Yeah. I'm not going to say, oh, you didn't play in the playoff game, I'm not going to draft you. Fuck that. I see how you're a beast.
If Cam has intentions of not playing in the playoffs, then why is he playing right now?
Because he's trying to be the number one draft pick.
I get that, but
he's not the number one draft pick right
now.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. So you're saying that Cam is only playing to become a number one draft pick?
Yeah, that's his whole motive. That's his whole motive.
Okay. So how many more games he needs to perform well for him to do that?
Right now, Shador's the number one draft pick.
No. How many more games he has to play to prove that he's the number one pick or number two pick at least?
Until they say he's a number two pick. I don't know.
No. Now, here's the thing. You're saying until they say it. So if they make the playoffs, he still may not be the number 1-2 pick.
Nah,
but you're saying that
it's secured by then. One more game is not going to make a difference.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is Cam needs to at least play to what? The end of the season? Like, what if he sits out the ACC championship?
You could possibly do that.
So you think that'll happen?
He's a free agent. This is the thing you guys understand. He is a free agent. Y'all think like he's a true...
I'm going to bust your logic real quick, Q Adamas.
Go ahead.
If I was Cam's agent, I say, man, look, you better play because Boise State is going to make the playoffs. And if Asante Denti runs all over these boys in the playoffs, or let's say Colorado makes the Big 12, Shador in the playoffs, or John Paxton is Ole Miss. He's in the playoffs. And you know these scouts, the last thing they saw, you ain't play a game in months. These boys just played some games, just won them boys a championship. He could he could fall to the fourth quarterback Truckin.
You motherfucker.
Because he didn't play. Listen, hold on, Jalen Milroe. Let me tell y'all the quarterback that's up for grabs. That's going to be in the playoff. Quinn Ewers, Jalen Milroe, Ole Miss quarterback, Georgia's quarterback,
Shador.
He can't afford to.
Yes, he can. Again, you're not taking it. You're not taking in my requirements. I say he wins the ACC, first or second place in the Heisman, and makes the playoffs, and is a guaranteed top 5 pick.
You're not going to guarantee. There's no guarantee at that point.
It's guaranteed at that point.
I think it is.
I tell you what.
It's guaranteed at that point.
Listen, if you think it's guaranteed he'll get the first round and all those quarterbacks I just mentioned go in there and make a run and play elite, man, he could fall to the third or fourth quarterback.
Well, you crazy.
No, he's not doing that.
I'm crazy. Stocks drop quick.
I don't think he would fall to the third or fourth quarterback. I think he'll fall no lower than 2, and it's only because, like one of the people said in the chat, you got other quarterbacks that are neck and neck with him.
I don't know.
So he's going to have to play to the end of the season. And you got to see.
This is the thing. Y'all living in just like Studio would tell me. Y'all living in the past. This is a new.
Our schedule might hurt Cam. Because them Asians might be like, he ain't played nobody. Lesser competition. Georgia just went in there and went toe-to-toe with Texas.
Okay.
One thing. This is the year that you have players redshirting after 4 games to transfer next year. This is a different college football. Y'all keep thinking this is the 2000s or the 90s where you're loyal to your program. No, these kids are loyal to the money. If y'all think these kids are going to play, these kids are already sitting out to redshirt to transfer next year. What makes you think these dudes are going to stick out for the love of University of Miami? Rah, rah, rah. No, these motherfuckers are gone.
I just told you.
Go ahead, QB. Go ahead.
I 100% understand where you're going with Cuban, but the only time we ever seen anything like this was with COVID. Then after COVID, no one ever sat out like that. Well, if you want to talk about the red shirt, go to another school. But I got a question for you. Who's the number 1 draft pick quarterback now?
Shedeur.
Okay, so why is he playing?
For his dad, to get his dad a better job.
That's obvious. If he's number 1 quarterback now, he can stop playing now. And
he's playing for his dad, though. He's playing for his dad.
And he can play with his dad next year. His dad is coach of the year.
If Colorado some kind of miraculously way makes the playoffs, do you think Shedeur is going to sit out? You think Prime is going to let his son sit out?
Hell yeah, he's gonna let his son sit out. Fuck yeah, because he's gonna take a job at Florida State. He's gone. He ain't gonna be coaching that damn. You got to think about it, because the playoffs is gonna fall during recruiting times, right? So he's gonna get if Colorado makes the playoffs, that means that Prime is gonna get a job at another school, and he needs to start recruiting. So he's not gonna be.
Prime doesn't recruit.
I'm saying, but he's gonna have to leave. He's not gonna have to. He can't stay at the damn school. He's gonna have to leave. He can't coach the damn playoff game. It makes no sense. You got to go recruit. Remember, this is 4 games down the playoffs. So yeah, you got to go recruiting or whatever. Porter recruit. Whatever the hell you got to do.
The head coaches are not on the recruiting trail that hard by themselves. That's what they have everybody in the recruiting.
You gotta go get a staff. You gotta do a whole bunch of shit. You gotta move. You gotta get your old lady. You gotta you got to move them all.
I thought they did away with the National Signing Day.
Oh, that's right, they did. Shit, you're right. My bad.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Wait, what happened? Wait. I know I work a lot, but what the hell?
I saw that a couple of weeks ago. They did away with National Signing Day. Now the scholarship or whatever will be the letter of intent or what. Yeah, there's no more signing day.
They got tired of that hoopla.
Yeah.
It turned into a circus.
But anyway, it's been over 2 hours. I'm going to go watch some more football. But
okay.
So before we dismiss, QB, I want you to give your final thoughts, give your assessment of the game, give your assessment or comments or whatever. And fire away, buddy.
If we play a team with a decent to good defense and a decent to good offense, we might lose. Because if Louisville would have had any ounce of defense, they would have won that game.
Short, sweet, and to the point. Anything else, sir?
No.
All right, Larry Frank, I know the CEO's waiting for you to get back in there, so go ahead. Uh-oh. Larry Frank may have been called away already. All right, hey, Roo. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll mute it.
That's okay.
All righty. Hey, man, congratulations to the Hurricanes. 7-0. We've been there only twice in the last 15, 20 years. I think it was 2000, what that was?
13.
13 and 17.
Yep, you're right.
But this year, it just feels different. Even though, our defense ain't good as y'all want. I know it could be a lot better. I agree. Y'all beat me over the head with that. But I'm watching these games, and everybody has some defensive issues. And it's game by game, mentally, state to mental state. These kids, you know what I mean? So, now, last thing. Believe it or not, this Florida State game, to me, is going to be a barometer game to tell me if we for real or not. Because if they play down to this competition that Florida State's presented itself all season, which is probably worse than – they shouldn't have beat Cal either. They got lucky in that game. But regardless of that, this is the worst Seminole team I've ever seen, defensively, offensively, big play-wise, etc. So if we be focused and go out there and put a real shellacking spanking on them like we supposed to, it'll tell me the coaches got these boys right, got them focused, and I'll feel confident with the remaining season. Now, we'll get to that Clemson game if we play Clemson, which would look like we're going to be playing. So,
hold on. One more thing. Syracuse may be the team to look out for.
Yeah, we got to go to Syracuse. They're going to put some points up. They're going to make it a little fun game, but they don't have a defense that's going to be able to do nothing.
My bad, y'all. I had a call. I'm back.
All right. You done? Hey, Rue, anything else, sir?
That's it, my man.
All right. Mr. Frank, I'll come back to you. Just your final words, thoughts, theories, whatever.
Okay.
Because I know the CEO's calling for you.
Nah, that was my original boss. That was my mama calling, so you know
snap.
Answer that phone.
Yes, indeed.
I'll not send you the voicemail.
No.
So what you said, thoughts and what?
Yeah, just closing remarks, whatever tickles your fancy.
Okay. Well, like I said, we got the victory. That's always the main objective, is you want to win the game. We did win the game. We're undefeated. We're 7-0. We're still in the thick of things, fighting for ACC championship berth and fighting for a playoff berth. So we're doing our thing with that. However, if we want to continue our chances of achieving that, we've got to address these problems. We've got to address this defense. We've got to address the offensive line and the blocking or lack thereof. We got to address a lot of the coaching situations where the depth chart, there's a lot of questions, especially like at the running back position, like we talked about earlier. Do we have the right guys, in at the right time? It's just a lot of stuff we got to address, but let's take it one game at a time. We got Florida State next week. Do not look at their record. Do not count that as an automatic dub. Yes, your instinct and your human instincts want you to do that, but you got to look at it like this. Either we're going to be the one, because right now they're 1-6. So a 7th loss eliminates them from bowl contention officially. So either we're going to go ahead and get that L on them and officially eliminate them from any kind of postseason activities, or they're going to some kind of miraculous way rise to the occasion and eliminate Miami at the Hard Rock, which they would love to do. And I know, as my boy Heru would say, there may be a script for that, but we ain't going to go there with that. So one game at a time, let's just get better, and improve and keep pushing and see where this thing goes. Real quick, if I can do it, Monday night, we'll have our recap show on U-Talk. So for anybody, Studio came in last night, first time caller. And he got my boy Devin riled up. I know y'all saw Devin.
Yes, he did. Yeah, Devin was hot.
Devin was hot. I was shocked because Devin normally, it takes a lot to get Devin going, but Devin was more riled up than I usually get. So,
and that was Team Studio. That was Easy Studio. That was a studio on 1,000.
I know that's coming. So Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, U-Talk will be on. We're going to do like 15 to 20 minutes recap of this game. and we're going to preview Florida State because we will not have a hype show next Friday. So anybody that's down with Utah or haven't been there, come on over and come join us. Other than that, enjoyed being on as always. Shouts out to everybody here on the panel. Shouts out to you, my Louisiana brother, South Coast. Love you guys.
Why don't give a shout out to Gidry, though? Why don't you give a shout out to Gidry? He's your Louisiana brother too.
Fuck Gidry.
All right, Cuban. What you got?
What I got? Mario, do me a big favor next week. Pay attention to that team across you. You do not want to be that. Take notes. I know, line one, studio one says, don't worry about the future. Worry about the future, Mr. Mario. Pay attention to what's going on at Florida State. Please do not let that happen next year. I don't give a damn if we win a national championship this year and we go 1 and whatever like Florida State. That shit will suck. Please pay attention to what's happening at Florida State, Mario. It's bad. It's horrible. Do not live off the portal. The portal giveth, the portal taketh. Right? So just, we're 7-0. That's great. That's awesome. Right? But like I said in the beginning of the season, I'm predicting 12-0. But it's not we're back 12-0. That's just a Florida State 13-1 type shit. But just pay attention, Mario, across the street, beat his ass, and then worry about Duke and beat his motherfucking ass. And just keep doing that. But this defense needs to get cleaned up. This recruiting needs to get cleaned up. And the recruiting observation needs to get cleaned up because our recruiting sucks. That's it.
All right. So yeah. I was gonna let everybody know about Monday night, Mr. Frank.
What about QB?
QB went first. He was short, sweet, and to the point, man.
I was on mute.
That's okay. Yeah, I was gonna tell everybody again about the Utah Monday night. Unfortunately, I'll have to rewatch it. I have to work Monday night, but I'll be around all week next week. Well, Wednesday after Tuesday, but we'll it's Florida State week, people. It's Florida State. Again, what has happened has happened. What has been done has been done. There's nothing we can do to change it. All we can do is try to hope that they get better and learn. So, we close the books on Louisville. We now get ready for Florida State. And those of you who know, like Mr. Frank said, when it comes to Miami, Florida State, you got to throw the records out the window. All right. Yes, Florida State's having a very down year. But like Mr. Frank said, Florida State would love nothing than to come in and, dismantle Miami's season by winning Saturday night. I mean, if the defense doesn't shape up, it's gonna probably be closer than any of us really want it to be. I still don't think Florida State will be. Miami should beat Florida State by at least 5-6 touchdowns. I mean, we could be talking about a 52-3 game here. But I just look at today's game and the last two games, and because I'm gonna tell you right now, if
1 second, Larry, could you put Adrian's asking for the link? If you could put the link for Adrian for Utah show or Larry Frank, one of somebody.
Yeah, we.
Let me see if I can find it. I can. You know what? I'm gonna do it off my phone. I'm gonna go get it. I'll put it on.
Oh, okay, right. Appreciate it. But anyway, Adrian, it's on the YouTube. It's UTalk, U-TALK.
The letter U. The
letter U. Yes, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Frank is going to get the link or whatever, but like I said, you could just search for it. UTalk Sports, UTalk.
Give the warning as
there
well.
It is.
You got to give the warning. You got to give the warning for like this show. It's if you're sensitive, and you cannot take positive, negative critique. Do not listen to the show.
Right. These shows. Oh, Studio put his own one in there. Never mind. Studio doing
good job, Studio.
I'm just joking, Studio. It's cool. Mr. Frank put his in there. This one right here. That's the link to his show. And of course, Studio One, Heru, the guru. But anyway, yeah. I mean, the defense does have to improve. I really see much has changed, but the worst thing is if for some reason Miami screws up and lets Florida State beat them, which I doubt. But we'll see. Again, I'm glad Miami won. I'm glad they beat Louisville. I'm glad Miami is still undefeated, still in the running for ACC championship. But I am still concerned on the mechanics of the game. I'm still concerned about the defense. Still concerned about the offensive line because, yes, Miami's schedule is very conducive to favor Miami to go undefeated. But, all right, LJ, I appreciate it, Mr. Frank. It's always a pleasure having you here, buddy. Oh, and y'all do go check them out. Y'all go check out Utah, and also go check out From the Bottom of the Map because, yeah.
And Studio One with his picks.
Oh yeah, prove me wrong.
Line
good
one,
stuff. It's all. But nah, yeah, that's really all I got. I just hope the defense improves. I hope there's got to be improvement. But I'm sure we'll probably do something. I mean, since the Friday night slot is available now, we might do something Friday night in the stead of You Talk not being on. But stay alert, stay tuned. And we'll do it. And again, thanks to Cuban, Heru, QB, Mr. Frank. Thank y'all for coming by and being on with us. J Active, Adrian, V21, haven't seen you here before. Katie, Miss Ellen V stopped by. The Camaro dude. I didn't write names down. Jay Dirty stopped by for a little bit. I think that's really everybody. But if I didn't call your name out, please don't take it personal. I try to say thank you to everybody, and sometimes I miss people. But again, like I said in the pregame show, the South Coast Cane Show, our show is the favorite of Ike from the Bottom of the Map. Not my words, his words. Go check it out. But thank y'all again, fellas. Y'all have a good evening. Hopefully we got a good game coming on tonight. So, and hopefully LSU does beat Arkansas. Yes, I need LSU to beat Arkansas. Bad. Okay. Other than that, I'm gonna go watch the replay of the qualifying for the United States Grand Prix, and we'll see y'all later. Peace, love, and soul. Go Canes. Thank y'all so much. We're gonna catch y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.